Oh shucks. My cousin says I could do the update, so welcome to update 8. Did I do it good, cousin? You sure did, boy.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
So I need to apologise because yesterday I was like on speed and I was rushing ahead and I got loads of work done, and of course I didn't film any of it. But if you've been following me on Facebook, Google+, blah 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 blah, you've probably already seen the pictures already. So we'll go and take a look on the bench now and see where we're up to at this point. So the framework is completely done. Well, I say completely done, almost done. As you can see, these feet, they need a coat of paint. And I think I'll also French polish this as well to make it nice and glossy and shiny and pretty. I'll just take the camera off. In fact, no I won't, I'll just move the base because it doesn't weigh anything. It's not like the X-Wing. If we take a look, we've got everything drilled out. So here I've got my holes drilled into the framework for my switches, which will be power, momentary switch. Got our nice little brackets on. It's all been glued and screwed. We're good to go on that. So this was yesterday's work, and yeah, I was just on one yesterday and I got loads done. The framework's done, we've got our board in place. Soundboard's ordered, so that's good. Just waiting for this glue because it takes 24 hours to really harden up. It is hard now, but I'm going to just give it that extra time. Yeah, if we have a look on the underside, not very pretty, but got our board on, our legs are on, everything's plumb, level, straight, square, all good. And also I was working on the dirt mound, which I'll just get that sorted and we'll be back. So I was busy sculpting yesterday with the mound. You can't even see the bar, but it's up here. I will have to adjust it slightly because the bar is way up here. There. So it is a big jump, but I am going to have to lower it slightly because there's a lot of that pole. Just if I zoom in, there's a straight section just where that crease is there, and there's a lot sticking up because what I did, I drilled into the framework itself as well as, so that pole, once it's epoxied into position, it's not going anywhere. So yeah, I drilled into the framework, but there's still at least, I would say, half an inch that I can take off. And to be honest, a half inch, sorry, I can't speak today, it's not going to really take that much off. It's only going to lower it slightly. And if you've seen the pictures, you've already seen this guy mounted. So it's so we're somewhere, it's going to be somewhere like that, but it's just going to be just a little lower, which is alright. It's not going to take away from it or anything. It's still going to look cool, I think. But yeah, I'm getting ready now to really tackle the diorama itself. I just need to paint these legs, so I want to give that glue plenty of time to set up and get the blocks and legs all glued into position. I've already got the soundbar coming. I've got a voltage regulator in case I decide to run this off direct current, because like I've said previously, I don't really like using batteries. I know it seems a waste because the soundboard's only 3 volts, but if I can get like a phone charger or something like that that's around about 3 volts, I'd rather use an adapter, I think. Because, you know, when you come down to batteries, you've got to make a compartment for the batteries to go in, and once this has got glass on, it is going to be quite heavy. But you should be able to still lift it around and what have you. But yeah, everything's sorted. As soon as the legs are painted, I can get this screwed down to here, get this masked off, and then we can start doing our plaster work, because the mound needs plastering. I'll probably secure this pole into position as well, cover all that in plaster. What else? Yeah, and as for the actual water itself on here, I think I replicated the shape pretty well. We have got little areas here that's like a little alcove in the ground, which you can't really see at the minute because it's white and it just washes out, but we've done all the detail work in the ground. We've even got a little boulder sticking out, which you can't tell on this picture because my printer's running out of ink. But there's like a rock there as well, so we've got that incorporated. The water itself, I'm going to be using plaster now. I was trying to find some like textured water, like a A4 sheet of it or something, that I could just stamp it to create the ripples. But I might just use a sponge, see how that goes. I'll do like a layer and just go over it and just use a sponge and just dab it with that and see what kind of texture I can get. Because I'll be putting clear cast resin over the top of this as well, so I'll probably use some of that sand that I've got as well, because that'll go really dark once the resin's on top of it as well. It should look pretty good. But yeah, I mean the water itself is pretty much going to just be a brown colour, sand colour. Nothing too spectacular there. We'll probably give our mound a coating of sand as well. And then we've got all this to cover in dust. Which is a lot of dust. But yeah, people keep asking me what I use for it. And I think I've shown this before. But basically what I use is this stuff here. And it's like teddy bear stuffing. It's really light and see-through, and it works really good. You can coat it in pastel and it holds, and you can just use hairspray to hold it. You can shape it to a certain degree. I don't use cotton wool because like I've said before, cotton wool, in fact I've got some around here, I find it too dense. So if you look at the teddy bear stuff, and it's see-through and nice, but then when you get cotton wool, you know, it's really difficult to work with, and you can see how dense it is. I mean, it would take colour really well, but this just, it flares out, and that already looks like dust to me. Whereas in that, it doesn't. So yeah, that's what I use anyway. And you can pretty much get it anywhere really. I mean, I got that stuff from a sewing shop, and they had like polystyrene and all sorts. You can get everything from there. But yeah, that's about as far as I've got with this. Not sure what I'm going to get done today, but I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll go off camera and we'll mount the General Lee on the thing, because we haven't actually done that in the update. We've only done it in pictures, so we'll be right back with that. And there we go, looking ridiculous, just how we like it. But if you imagine this is going to be all secure, and then we're going to have like bits of dust like this flying off, this will all be covered all the way down here, so there's going to be a lot of dust on this guy. And I do have to apologise to my wife because she gets fed up of me saying guy all the time and say this guy, that guy. I'm blaming Kenny Conklin for that because he says guy all the time. It's like every other sentence, so it's his fault. But it sort of fits because instead of saying what it is, you just say, oh, it's a guy. So we'll just move around a bit. But I think I've got the pose, the right angle going off the picture because it is at a slight angle. We might be able to just tilt it just a bit more. I'll take the camera off, guys. But yeah, so if we're looking at it straight on, so at that, yeah, could do a bit more, just a slight twist. But yeah, really like it. I don't think it's really going to affect it by lowering it half an inch. It is a, yeah, so it's going to look pretty good, I think, you know, once we start adding like all the dust and stuff to it. It should look pretty good because we can cover all this nastiness here, because I had to use a ton of glue to get this body together because it just wouldn't play ball. But yeah, it gives you an idea, like you'll have all this trail here. So I'm really liking it. I like how the camera looks as well, because if you do catch it just at the right angle, you can just see it popping out there. So and you've got all the detail inside. I'm a bit nervous because this pole's not secure and I'm bouncing around and I don't want the bloody car to fly off. But we can take a close look anyway. We put some grills in because the kit supplied ones were naff. That's basically for an RC car, and I just use the grills in it, but it does make a difference. And we have highlighted the little chrome section in there as well. We custom made this because the kit supplied one again was really rubbish. From the side, yeah, we've got, I tried to get the angle because on the earlier shows it had a smaller push bar and it angled in, so it actually angles in the way that it does in the TV show as well, which was pretty cool. Shot from underneath as it's flying over. Yeah, we've got all our wing mirrors in, fuel filler caps on. The aerial, the antenna will be the last thing to do because obviously this will be getting taken off and moved around and I don't want anything bad to happen to it. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm already planning on the next one, so if we go from the dirt mound and look up. So yeah, really happy with the progress on this. Yeah, pretty cool. So I'll be right back as soon as I've got some further progress on this. That's a really nice shot, by the way, that. I really like that one. Now I think I've calculated it correctly. Judging where that is to there, the glass should. Ooh, it's going to be really close, but I do have some manoeuvrability because I can move the car a bit further back, and if needs be I can take a bit of pipe off. But yeah, I'll be back as soon as I've got some more progress done. So we've got some stain down at last. I'm just waiting for this to set up, but the legs are now done. It's blended in nicely with the framework as well. So I'm going to give this a chance to dry, and then I'll put some French polish over it, get it nice and glossy and shiny and pretty. I may need to go and touch up on the top. In fact, we'll turn it around now and see what it's like. nice and light frame as well. What we stuck on there. There we go. Yes. So yeah, I think I'll just maybe just do a little bit, but not too much. So yeah, we'll be right back with that. So that's the final coat of stain that I'm putting on. What I'm using is just dark oak stain, the same as what we did with the X-Wing. But I'm liking the look of it now, so I'm not going to put any more on. I'm just going to leave it as it is and give it a chance to dry now, and then French polish it and it'll be done. Can't get any more work done until this circa soundboard comes, which is going to be what, two weeks, something like that. Might even be a bit longer. So it gives you an idea anyway on where I'm up to at the moment, and I'll keep posting pictures and stuff like that. So, but I think I'll probably do it for this one. I just wanted to like make a quick update, really, just to let you know how far I've got on with it, and but yeah, I think that'll do it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, I think. See you later. So what I was thinking was, because I'm doing like the record jump, I want this display to be fairly special, and at the moment it looks a bit drab because it's just dust, water and the general, which is fine. But then I thought, well, I've got enough space here for the glass plus this. So what do you think to that? Is that just over the top, or I'll just turn the lights out and we'll get a look at that. It does look pretty special, because with the glass on top of this, all that light's gonna cast upwards, so at night time it's gonna really pop. But it was just an idea that I had, just to do something a bit special with this one. I'm kind of liking it. It is a bit ridiculous. Having said that, you know, I mean, once the general's on there, it is going to illuminate the general up a bit as well. So I think maybe yellow LEDs might look a bit better, but it was just an idea anyway. On another note as well, my switches have turned up now, so I've got my power switch and also a momentary switch. So as soon as the voltage regulator comes, I can get cracking with the wiring. But I really do like the idea of this, actually. Gives it a bit of bling. And of course we'll get a brass plaque as well, just to put on the front. I think the car jumped 200 feet. Obviously I want to get that right because it's quite important. But I think Alan Wyatt Jr. Said that the car jumped 200 feet. So I'm going to stick with that unless anyone out there knows exactly how far it jumped. I know the Granny Annie jump that Alan Wyatt Jr. did, that was 256 feet. But that was asphalt to asphalt. This one's dirt to dirt. So it's different. But yeah, I thought I'd share that. What do you think? I quite like it. It looks a bit crazy. Right, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. See you later.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.